She grew up in a place where time seemed to slow down just long enough for the world to make sense. Trisha Yearwood entered the world on September 19th, 1964, in the quiet town of Monticello, Georgia, where neighbors waved from porches, church bells marked the rhythm of each week, and the values of hard work, humility, and community were woven into every childhood memory. Her father, Jack Howard Yearwood, was a respected local banker whose calm steadiness and dedication to serving others quietly shaped the way she learned to move through life. Her mother, Gwendolyn, a dedicated schoolteacher with a love for learning and music, filled their home with gentle encouragement and a belief that creativity mattered just as much as discipline. In that household, books shared space with vinyl records, and laughter blended with lessons, teaching Trisha that intelligence and artistic expression were not separate worlds, but parts of the same beautiful whole. Even as a little girl, she carried a voice that surprised everyone who heard it. A voice that seemed larger than her small frame. A voice that could hush a crowded room or make people smile with pure delight. She performed in school plays, joined local choirs, and sang her heart out at small-town talent shows, each moment slowly building the confidence she would one day need on much grander stages. There was an ease to her presence even then, a natural comfort under the lights that hinted at a future she hadn't yet dared to imagine. But as she moved into her teenage years, her dreams didn't unfold in a straight line. She didn't see herself only as a singer. She became fascinated by numbers and order, discovering a practical curiosity for accountancy, a choice that seemed to ground her even as music continued to tug at her heart. After high school, instead of heading directly into the music world, she made a decision that would take her far from home and reshape her understanding of discipline and sacrifice. She enlisted in the United States Air Force, serving 4 years at Luke Air Force Base in Arizona. It was a different kind of stage, one defined by structure, responsibility, and unwavering focus. But in that environment, she learned resilience, teamwork, and mental strength, qualities that would later prove essential in an industry where persistence can matter as much as talent. Those years broadened her view of the world and deepened her sense of purpose, leaving her not only prepared for life but anchored in a confidence forged through real experience. When her service ended, she knew it was time to return to her first love. She enrolled at Young Harris College in Georgia, where she pursued music with renewed determination. There, she didn't just study, she excelled. Joining the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, she demonstrated a commitment to excellence that extended far beyond the stage. She earned her associate degree, proving to herself that she could succeed academically just as she could artistically. For a brief time, she transferred to the University of Georgia, but the sprawling campus felt overwhelming, and she found herself drawn more urgently toward the calling she had carried since childhood. With a mixture of fear and faith, she stepped away from college altogether to devote herself fully to music, setting her life onto the path that would define her future. Her first real step into the industry came through an internship at MTM Records, an opportunity that felt small at first but quickly revealed itself as the opening of a long-awaited door. She learned the inner mechanics of the business, from the technical side of recording to the intricate world of artist development. Her work ethic spoke for itself, and before long she was offered a full-time position. She spent her days recording demo tapes, her nights performing background vocals, gradually becoming a familiar presence to producers and musicians who recognized the unmistakable texture of her voice. In 1989, she recorded backing vocals for a rising artist named Garth Brooks, an encounter that would quietly plant the seeds of a lifelong friendship and, eventually, something far deeper. Through Brooks, she met the accomplished producer Garth Fundis, whose keen ear and creative intuition aligned perfectly with her natural storytelling style. Their partnership became a catalyst for what came next, her debut album, a project that would change everything. In 1991, the world was introduced to her self-titled album, an emotional, powerful collection of songs that resonated instantly with listeners. The lead single, She's in Love with the Boy, captured hearts across the country and soared to #1 on the Billboard country chart. Suddenly, the small-town girl from Monticello was thrust into the national spotlight. Critics praised her for her effortless ability to convey raw emotion, her blend of vulnerability and strength, making each note feel lived in and true. The album produced a string of top 10 hits, and the industry took notice, honoring her as the Academy of Country Music's top new female vocalist. A year later, the American Music Awards named her the favorite new country artist. But Trisha Yearwood was never one to rest on early success. She dove deeper, turning personal experiences into powerful art. Her 1992 album, Hearts in Armor, explored themes of heartbreak and emotional resilience, reflecting elements of her relationship with her then-husband, Chris Latham. Critics praised its candor and maturity, recognizing that she had begun carving a unique space for herself as an artist, unafraid to reveal her heart. In 1993, she released The Song Remembers When, an album that further showcased her narrative depth and featured collaborations with icons like Rodney Crowell and Willie Nelson. With each release, she expanded not just her musical range, but her emotional reach, establishing herself as a storyteller whose songs touched people where they lived, loved, and lost. The mid-90s brought continued evolution. Thinking About You and Everybody Knows saw her blending country with adult contemporary influences, embracing tender ballads and polished production styles. Her voice, rich, expressive, unmistakable, carried each song with a sincerity that set her apart in a rapidly changing musical landscape. These albums were commercial triumphs that solidified her place among the era's leading artists, and she managed to keep that momentum alive for decades, releasing new projects that honored her roots while reflecting the growth of a woman whose life had become layered with experience. As her career flourished, new opportunities emerged beyond music. She stepped into acting, appearing in the 1993 film The Thing Called Love, a story centered on the dreams and hardships of country musicians. She later appeared in television series like Jag, Nashville, and The Passion, showcasing her versatility and willingness to explore new creative spaces. Off-screen, another passion began to take shape. In 2012, she launched Trisha's Southern Kitchen, a television show that blended family recipes, heartfelt stories, and the warmth of her Georgia upbringing. The show quickly became a fan favorite, celebrating the comfort and beauty of Southern food. Her cookbooks, including Georgia Cooking in an Oklahoma Kitchen and Home Cooking with Trisha Yearwood, allowed her to connect even more deeply with fans by sharing the flavors, traditions, and memories that had shaped her life. Yet behind the public achievements existed a private journey marked by love, heartbreak, and renewal. Her first marriage to Christopher Latham began with youthful hope, but ended in 1991 as her rising career began demanding more of her time and energy. A few years later, she married Robert Reynolds in 1994, searching for stability and companionship with someone who understood the pace of the music world. But that marriage also dissolved under the pressure of conflicting schedules, personal aspirations, and the emotional toll that comes with life lived constantly on the move. By 1999, she found herself divorced for the second time, more experienced, more self-aware, and more determined to find balance between her personal life and her professional dreams. What she didn't yet know was that love had been quietly circling her for years. Her friendship with Garth Brooks, once rooted purely in music, slowly deepened into something profound. Their connection, built on respect, shared history, and an understanding of the highs and lows of fame, grew stronger as time passed. Eventually, friendship evolved into love, marking the beginning of the most enduring and celebrated relationship of her life. Garth, known for his electrifying performances and record-breaking career, revealed a different side when the stage lights faded. Thoughtful, quiet, deeply loyal. Their marriage became a partnership grounded in mutual admiration and the rare ability to support each other wholeheartedly while still honoring their individuality. In a recent interview, Trisha opened up like never before, offering a glimpse into the life they share away from the cameras. She spoke with honesty and warmth, acknowledging the public's fascination with their relationship. "People think they know what it's like to be married to someone so famous," she said with a gentle laugh. "But until you live it, you can't imagine the complexities." She explained how Garth, often seen as larger than life, is at home a man of stillness, kindness, and deep attentiveness. "He listens," she said softly. "He truly listens. And he loves without conditions." Her words revealed a layer of him that fans rarely see, an intimate truth that humanized the country legend. But she didn't shy away from the reality that even great love meets challenges. She spoke candidly about the pressures of balancing two demanding careers, the unpredictability of schedules, the constant travel, and the need for communication that is honest and patient. "We make time," she said. "Even if it's a quiet dinner after a long day, those small moments, they're what anchor us." She emphasized the importance of maintaining their individuality, acknowledging that each of them carries personal dreams and responsibilities. That balance, two independent souls choosing partnership every day, became the core of their lasting bond. She also shared a window into his creative process, describing the passion, focus, and emotional investment that Garth pours into his music. She admired the way he rehearses tirelessly, writes from the heart, and performs with an energy that can electrify an entire stadium. Being married to someone so driven, she explained, means understanding the weight of his dedication. Yet rather than competing with his ambition, she celebrates it, becoming not only his partner but his greatest supporter. And as she spoke, a fuller picture emerged, one that revealed a love built not on perfection but on respect, humility, and a willingness to grow together. "We're not perfect," she admitted, her voice bright with warmth. "We face challenges just like everyone else. But we love fiercely, support unconditionally, and never forget to laugh." In that simple truth, she offered the world something deeper than gossip or glamour. She offered a reminder that even in the whirlwind of fame, what truly sustains a relationship are the same things that sustain any marriage: honesty, effort, understanding, and joy. Her story, woven through humble beginnings, hard-earned success, personal struggles, and transformative love, stands as a testament to resilience and authenticity. Trisha Yearwood has lived a life shaped by music, strengthened by adversity, and uplifted by a partnership that brings out the best in her. And through it all, she remains grounded, genuine, and grateful for the journey that continues to unfold.